All right, kids. I'm going to start off in child's pose. Just catch your breath. Just bring all your energy into present time, right here and now. Exaggerate the exposure to your chest. We're going to come forward onto our forearms, lay down on our bellies. So you're going to go right into seal pose. And let your lower back. And draw your elbows towards the back of your mat. And squeeze your elbows in towards each other so you can start to activate the shoulder girdle. And from here, tuck your chin into your chest. Then inhale, look up towards the sky. And again to the chest. So notice what happens to your spine. Inhale, look up. Just when you change the direction of your gaze and your neck. And on your exhale, round. We start to apply this awareness to the simple things in life. Become more natural when life gets challenging. Tuck your chin in and around. And we're all going to look up towards the sky together and engage the balls of our feet. Lift your knees up and feel that strain that sort of happens to the backs of the calves as your heels try to reach towards the back of your mat. Now you're going to look up towards the sky. And on your exhale, you're going to lift your hips, tuck your chin in, forearm plank. Inhale, look up towards the sky, lower your hips towards the floor. Exhale, pull your belly button in and up. Inhale, look down, hips down, then rise high. On your exhale, pull everything in, just working the actions. And if you're modifying, then stay in. Climb around. Now when you're rounding, push yourself back so you come into Dolphin Pose. You come into Dolphin Pose, you're going to walk your feet a little bit closer. And I want you to shake your head up and down so that you can make space between your head, the floor, and your arms. Keep descending your tailbone towards the ceiling, so come up high onto your tippy toes as though just the big toes are the only thing touching the floor. Build the muscles in your feet. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. See if you can come up even higher on your tippy toes. One more breath. You'll lower your knees down to the ground. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Your hands are going to come to prayer at the center of the chest. You're going to lean back. So now the tops of your feet are going to be on the floor. And your spine is going to be at a 45-degree angle. And we're just working on the quads, the contraction of the core, and the lifting of the collarbone. So we're going to knit our ribs in. We're just going to bounce back and forth. There you go, Lisa. And the idea is when we're bouncing back and forth, we release the muscles, we engage the muscles. We release them, we engage them. You can use your breath. Now, instead of going to the same spot every time, see if you can go back a little bit further. And challenge yourself to come forward. Challenge yourself to go a little bit further back, a little bit further back, a little bit further, a little bit further, and then back it out. Sometimes staying in the comfort zone doesn't necessarily help. Hands come down to the mat. Turbo dog, so you're going to engage your fire toes. Sit back onto your heels. Lift your knees up off the ground. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Now straighten out. Pivot towards the right. Bend your knees. Sit up. Your legs come back to center. Pivot your heels towards the left. High on your tippy toes, and then sit back. Your feet go over towards the right side of the room. This is going to prevent us from waddling when we get older, left side of the room. And come back to the center one more time, go to the right. And come back to center, go to the left. And come back to center. Descend the heels towards the floor, but raise the toes up towards the sky. Now as you descend the toes, relax them back down onto the mat, come forward into high plank. Exhale into low. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bring your right leg up towards the sky. Bring it through to the top of the mat. On your inhale, look forward. On your exhale, straighten the front leg. On your inhale, look forward. Bring the left foot forward to meet the right forward fold. You're going to inhale. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, swan dive. Hands come back down to the mat. On your inhale, legs can come back. Just catch it. Stretch. Sometimes it tends to practice. Left leg comes back, high plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. See if you can get the left foot to touch the ceiling. Point that big toe of your left foot so that the leg becomes more active. Bring the left leg through to the top of the mat. There. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, softening. Press the big toe of your left foot into the mat. And on your next breath, the right foot's underneath the left, forward fold. In. On your inhale, sweep your arms up nice and high. Allow the palms to touch. On the exhale, we'll swan dive. Hands will come down to the mat. Every time you come into a forward. Stop. Right leg meets at high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake your head up and down, right to left. Notice that, and even when you're in an aversion, there should be some range of motion through the neck. It's not fixed. On the next breath, take the left leg up. Bring it through to the top of the mat. Arms high. So warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach back with the right hand. Side angle stretch, bring the left hand down to the mat. Take your right arm behind you, add the half bind. Grab the inside of the thigh. Straighten the front leg. And the right arm's gonna reach up nice and high. Make circles with the right wrist. And bring the right hand down to the mat. Again, square off your head. Walk your fingertips over toward the room. Both hands are going to be on the outside of the left leg. Flex the toes towards the nose. Walk your fingertips towards the left a little bit more. And then roll onto the blade of the left foot. Elongate your spine. On your exhale, soften into it. One more breath here. Turn both. Lengthen. Let the thighs touch. Now toe heel your right foot away from you and bend your left leg. Leave your right hand down and bring your left arm up. Keep working the blade of your right foot, Chrissy. There you go. Don't let that ankle collapse. One more breath. Now see if you can get the left heel of your foot to touch the floor. Your left hand down. Have the right hand reach for the ankle of your right foot behind you. The right arm up toward. And helicopter yourself into a wide-legged straddle now, facing the right side of your mat. Let your head hang. Let blood pump through your veins. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. On your next breath, you're going to pivot towards the right foot and have the left foot meet it. So you're now in a forward fold. In, out. Inhale, sweep your arms up nice and high. Allow the palms to touch. Exhale, swan dive. Bring the hands down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take the right leg up towards the sky. Bring it through to the top of the mat. Warrior one, arms up. Now the practice is about going from simple to complex, much like life. And sometimes when things get complex, we overthink it. So what if you just felt into it, warrior two? Peaceful warrior, the left hand reaches for the left foot, the right arm comes up. Bend into your front leg. Even more, even more, even more. Side angle stretch. The right hand comes down, your left arm rises. Bend into your right leg. Now you're going to keep your right leg bent the whole time. Your left hand's going to go behind you. You're going to grab the inside of the right thigh. Consider making your straddle bigger. There you go. Bend deeper into that leg. Make room for change, because change is here. You want to straighten your front foot. Left arm comes up. Make circles with that wrist. Get some movement going. Now the left hand's going to come down to the mat. You're going to extend your right arm out and then your left arm out. Like you have down dog arms. Keep your front leg straight to the best of your ability, and if you need to use your props, by all means do so. Start to walk your fingertips over towards the right side, so they're going to go to the outside of the right foot. You're going to have to adjust your obliques appropriately. So try not to adjust your back leg, but adjust your torso. Walk your fingertips over towards the right a little bit more. Flex the toes. Now turn your toes towards the right. Keep working on straightening that leg. Hang in there. You'll twist your roots. You'll cross your feet over towards the right side of the room. Now you want both of you. There, if you want to make the straddle shorter instead of the torso longer. So you may need to consider walking your hands away from you. Right leg. Bend into it so that right knee is all the way over towards the left side of the room. Then take the right arm up towards the sky for the closed twist. The right hand's going to come down. The left arm's going to come up. The left arm threads underneath. You're going to reach for that ankle. So that means that the left elbow and the left armpit are resting on the outside of that right knee, and you reach for the back foot. In order to make that happen, your right hand needs to be far enough out in front of you so that the torso gets long. If it's directly underneath you, you'll have no range of motion. You're going to have to trust yourself. Lean into it. Make room with that right arm, even more room, and you'll be surprised what you get. Emotion is always welcome. Sighing, screaming, crying. It's all good. You release that hand, take it back up towards the sky, because then it comes down to the mat with it. So you're once again in a wide-legged straddle. Now, if you're holding your breath, catch it. See if you can find it. And let your head hang. Let the blood pump through your veins. Now, on the next breath, as we inhale, lengthen. You're going to pivot towards the left foot. And the right. Start a forward fold at the top, not lengthening. Inhale, raise those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, we'll swan dive. Hands will come down to the mat. In. Got the space, jump back, chaturanga. And low plank. Upward facing dog. Now lower your knees down to the ground, bring your feet towards your heel or your top of your head. Push back into a wide-legged child's pose. Rest between your thighs. Now try not to move your hands away, but make your side body longer. On your inhale, as you come forward, your hips will go towards the floor. Now the practice seems simple, but it's getting more complicated because you have to work your obliques. Pull your belly button in and up. Lean back for the heels, but keep your hands where they are. Armpits grow longer. Come forward. Now we're just making the spine longer. We lean back, supporting the growth, the fluidity of the spine.
The outlaw ocean and the ships that traverse it are defined not just by the people
coming forward.
but also by intangible forces like silence, boredom, and vastness.
Rock your legs from side to side.
Not because it is inherently good or bad, but because it is a void, like silence is to sound, or boredom is to activity.
And we'll meet again at the top. Feet are together, wide-legged child's pose.
We have tended to ignore its role as a refuge of depravity, but the outlaw ocean is real.
Make your transition to downward facing dog.
Until we reckon with that fact, we can forget about ever taming or protecting this frontier.
Inhale the left leg up. And bring it to the top, warrior one. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Again, side angle stretch. The left hand's going to come down. Let's do a full bind. You'll take the left shoulder underneath. You'll interlace the fingers. Draw your fist package towards the heel of your right foot. Look towards the top of your mat and then straighten your front leg.
Breathe.
Now on your next breath, start to toe heel the right foot in so that the right foot is in line with the left foot. Just look over the right shoulder. Now on your next breath, unwind your arms, hang in a ragdoll. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, fold, bring the hands down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Walker, jump it back, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. We'll inhale, right leg up. Bring it through to the top, warrior one. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior.
Breathe.
Side angle stretch.
Open your eyes.
Bind. And draw your fist package towards the heel of your back foot. Don't let your head hang or your chest fall. Straighten your front leg. The left foot's going to come to the top of the mat. Look over the left shoulder. Roll that left shoulder up and down. What would you do if it was a necessity? Let's slowly
breathe,
let your arm ragdoll. Here, release your hands back down to the mat. Roll all the way onto your back. Your right knee in. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Lisa's going to get double hamstrings today, so 2 peace fingers are going to go towards the ceiling. If you need a strap, grab it. You're going to grab the big toe of your right foot. You know, and this weekend in the teacher's training, we're working 3 different sequences, and one of them is the balancing series. So you can practice your forehead to knee on your back when you're feeling it's difficult to connect with your balancing. So the toe lock is really significant. The 2 peace fingers holding onto the big toe and the big toe resisting by pushing back. Notice how active the muscles become versus when you don't use them at all. You want the neck to be neutral, spine to be long, and the shoulders to be relaxed. As we take the right leg out, this is dancing Shiva. So extend your left arm out. Your knuckles will be on the floor. Your gaze is going to go towards the left hand. Now flex the toes of your left leg. See if you can keep those toes towards the ceiling. And breathe into that stretch. Just like if we were balancing on one foot, look how much more open your legs are when you're not working the resistance of trying to balance. The right leg comes back up. Look towards the big toe. Now take your left hand to the blade of your foot. Extend your right arm out, palm is up. Gaze goes towards the right hand. Leg all the way over towards the left. Now flex your toes towards the ceiling. On the left leg. So your left toes go towards the ceiling. The left toes are the ones on the floor. Try not to compromise left leg. More breath here. Gaze is going to go towards the right foot. Bring your right hand to the blade of the right foot and come into half of a happy baby. Feel that external rotation through the right thigh bone. If there's pinching, you may need to back out a little bit, rotate the bone first, and then take the stretch. Adding sundial. So the best way to add sundial is to place your left foot on the floor. And that makes the legs, the hip flexors a little bit more mobile. And then take the right shoulder underneath the. So you start by creating a claw with your right hand. Goes to the right ankle. And press the right elbow in. And you work on bringing your head up towards the sky. Work on, you can roll over towards the left side of the room to get that right knee behind you. And hold on to the blade of the foot. So now press that right elbow. Hold on. Fine by taking the hand behind you. But you look towards the left. Same right ankle. Place it on the left knee. Take that right foot, place it on the left side of the mat with your left knee. Take your left hand, press the right knee away. Look over towards the right hand. And breathe. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to come back to center. So you're still going to have the right ankle on the left knee. The left foot over towards the left side of the room. And then take the right. The right foot will meet the left. If you want to extend your legs out, feel the difference in the length of your right leg than your left leg. If you need proof that it works, we'll pull the left knee in, interlace the fingers all the way up. 2-piece fingers will grab the big toe. And the intention is to get the left body or leg is pressed into the mat. The foot is flexed and the toes rise towards the sky. And on your right hand. You want to feel there's an internal rotation happening so that it stimulates the inner thigh. Let your left shoulder fall back towards the floor. You may have pulled it back. Have the stretch happen through the legs versus the shoulder girdle. You need to bring your leg a little bit higher before you take it out to dancing Shiva. So as your left leg goes towards the left side of the room, bring your right arm up. Right palm will go towards the ceiling. Put your gaze towards the right hand. And actively use the big toe of your left foot. Now notice that when your left leg goes to the left, does your right foot stay towards the ceiling? Does it go with you? See if you can separate them. So the right leg stays active, the heels pressed into the mat, toes go towards the sky. And bring the left leg back up. Your right hand will grab the blade of the left foot. Left arm out towards the left palm. And the left of the room. And as we come up, center. Happy baby, grab the outside blade of that foot. And as you place the right foot down on the ground, you'll notice that there is some flexibility in the pelvic bowl, lower back, to experiment with sundial. So in order to do sundial, you're going to chuck your chin into your chest and round your back. And this will allow you to sneak that left shoulder underneath the left knee. And sometimes it's easier to go over towards the left to get that left shoulder underneath the left knee a little bit more, and then you come back to center. Rest your head on the inside of the right arm and press that left elbow into the mat. Change your gaze to the right. Straighten your leg. As you back out, you'll take that left ankle, place it on the right knee. Then you take your left foot over towards the right side of the room. Use your right hand to press that left knee away from you. Extend your left arm out. Support the stretch by looking towards the left. Hello, QL. We'll come back to center. Go right to the opposite side. Make sure you move your right foot over towards the right side of the room so it offers a generous stretch through your legs. And we'll come back to center. And again, extend your legs all the way out. And letting your feet fall open and your arms come out. Now, today's class was really about making space. What will you do with it? All right, peeps, stretch your arms up over your head. Roll to the right. We'll come up into a comfortable seat. Eyes, lower eyes closed. Kusi, kusi, kusi. Bring your hands to prayer. I'm grateful for this day now over. May only the love remain. Clearly, I'm already at 6 p.m. So let's try it again. I'm grateful. What am I grateful for? This new day. Its beauty and its light and a chance to begin again. May we all be free, including me, from today's limitations. And today, may we be reborn. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. From my heart to yours. Namaste. It's already been a full day and it's what, 10:30? Have a great day, sweetie. Have a great day. Hey.